you see in Italy, you have the same kind of pasta called in different names in different regions of Italy. You go to Lombardy, they have a different name. You go to Sicily, they have a different name. Whereas in India, you cross the border, every state, easily you can distinguish every state with its cuisine.
Who was the most supportive person throughout your career?
Most supportive is my teacher. Throughout a career, no one can substitute the role what the teacher is doing to a student. And once I was there in Chennai, working in a hotel, Ambassador Pallava. We are making sambar, and the chef called me and he asked me to taste it for salt, and I checked for salt, and there's no salt. I was a student learning, right? So what I did was I tried adding salt like this to my hand, and the entire content of the salt went to the dal. Sometimes we have to dump it, and I took all the scoldings, and they made me to peel 250 kilos of onions, okay, till night 1 o'clock. Job is quite tough.
Hi everyone, welcome to the 8th episode of Anand Connect. Today we are having the great chef and the professor from PSG, Mr. Satish. Let's get connected.
Welcome to Anand Connect. So first can we know a little about yourself so that...
Okay, I'm Satish. I teach cooking in a college in Coimbatore, and I've been teaching cooking for past 2 decades, and I've done my culinary course, an undergraduate course, and I've done a post-graduation in tourism. I'm specialized in South Indian foods and Indian foods, and I do teach European foods, Pan-Asian, and off late for a couple of years I've been guiding students in pastry and in bakery.
Well, that's really nice to hear, sir. And I'm Saumitra from grade 8. So there are a lot of different foods in India based on the cultures. So which part of India do you think has the best food, and why do you think so?
You see, compared to all the countries, Indian food is the best in the sense, you have a diversity in the Indian foods. Say, if you see in Italy, you have the same kind of pasta called in different names in different regions of Italy. You go to Lombardy, they have a different name. You go to Sicily, they have a different name. Whereas in India, you cross the border, every state, easily you can distinguish every state with its cuisine. The spices changes. You won't find where coconut oil enters in the borders of Tamil Nadu and Kerala. And the entering of coconut oil and the blending of the oil with the cuisine is so subtle that you won't find the difference. That kind of diversity is there in India. So I can't be more specific towards the particular region of India. Together, you have n number of varieties. You want to have fish, you can go to Kerala. And you want some spicy foods, you can go to Chettinad in Tamil Nadu. If you want to taste the authentic Kalyani biryani, you can go to Hyderabad. And you go to Saffron, you get the richness in the dishes. And you go to Bengal, you get all the milk-based sweets and desserts. Gujarati is famous for its vegetables and their snack items. Like that, every cuisine, every region of India has something for the palate.
Shouldn't we eat pastas and noodles? If yes, can you tell a tasty replacement?
Oh, pasta and noodles can be consumed. The only thing is, all elders are advising you not to eat pasta and noodles because many of the pastas and noodles are made with maida. Because maida is a product which you take from where do you take maida? From wheat. Okay, the whole wheat, when you grind and you take a powder, you call it as a wheat flour, whereas the center part of the wheat you call it as a maida, refined flour. They say refined flour is not as healthy as wheat flour. So if you are able to make a homemade pasta at your home, well and good. Okay, and the taste maker, what they add for making these noodles and pasta, that is bad. Many of the taste makers, they add a salt which is called as Ajinomoto. Okay, the chemical name is monosodium glutamate. So if you consume in a regular quantity, in a regular interval, in large quantities, that may lead to cardiac-related issues and health problems. So that is bad. Or else noodles and pasta is not bad. If you take the Southeast Asia, China, Japan, and you go to Malaysia, the staple diet is noodles. And you go to Italy, the staple for breakfast, they have pasta. In Italy, there is one variety of wheat which is grown called as durum wheat, D-U-R-A-M. The wheat has good protein in it, so you can simply make a chapati dough kind of a thing with that wheat, and you can make into any shapes what you want, and you can boil it in the water and you can have it like pasta. Okay, so don't find a substitute for pasta or noodles. Cook your noodles in such a way that you are not adding that taste maker to it. Rather, you make fried rice at home. Your mom is making fried rice at home. Same that in the place of rice, you can add this pasta. As simple as that.
Hi sir, I am Abde from class 8. Who was the most supportive person throughout your career?
My career
Yeah, as a chef.
as a chef, there are a lot of people who have supported me.
The most supportive.
The most supportive is my teacher. The teacher when I was doing my undergraduation. I had a faculty called as Nair. Though he was not teaching me culinary, he supported me in all the aspects. And throughout a career, no one can substitute the role what the teacher is doing to a student.
Sir, what advice would you give to the people who choose culinary as their career?
It's not an advice. And you should be lucky to choose culinary as your career, stress-free career. Unlike the other industry, here what happens is you go and you have a beautiful conversation with the dishes what you're preparing, and there is a good relation connect between you and the dish. And not everybody will get an opportunity to cook for others, and that too cooking for others, and they consume what you cook and they compliment you. That is the biggest reward what you get. And everybody likes your mother, and she's been cooking for you throughout her life. And now and then you also compliment her, and you say the food is good. But such kind of opportunity not everybody will get. So it's not an advice. You should be lucky enough to take this culinary as a career.
Hi sir, good afternoon. My name is Rhea from grade 7, and basically people say that vegetables like lettuce, tomatoes, cheese and bread are good for health, but burger is not good for health.
Now people say that burger is not good for health. The reason is the kind of a spread what they used to make in burgers. See, you have the burger, what flour is used for making the bun. If you look at the components of a burger, you have a bun, you have a lettuce, you have a cheese, and you have vegetables there, right? So again, what kind of a flour are you using there? Are you using a wheat flour? Are you using a maida for making the burger bun? If it's maida, it's bad. Point number one. Alright, I'm using very much you can make a burger bun using the wheat flour. The second thing is the vegetables. Is the vegetable the garden fresh vegetables, or all the vegetables are tinned vegetables? You get sliced cucumbers, you get sliced tomatoes, everything in tin. So it's the garden fresh vegetables or a tin vegetables. Second point you have to see. And cheese is what kind of cheese? Cheese is good, okay? And then you have a spread. And I hope we all know what is mayonnaise. You have heard the word mayonnaise. And how the mayonnaise is prepared is, there is only two ingredients in making mayonnaise. One is egg yolk, the yellow part of egg. The second one is oil. For one egg yolk, they use almost 200 ml of oil. So in a mayonnaise, you are consuming only egg yolk and oil. Okay, and we do not know what kind of oil they are using. Right, so if you use for a burger, say around 50 to 70 grams of mayonnaise, that is bad. So instead of mayonnaise, you apply only butter, or you Indianize it and you use some mint sauce in it, and that's good. So this is a myth that burger is bad, but when you make burger with this kind of an ingredient, it is really good.
Hi sir, I'm Karen from grade 4B. What's your signature dish? Can you tell me the secret behind it?
There is a dish called as chicken stew. It's quite simple dish, plain chicken stew. You have chicken in it, you have coconut milk in it, onions, a little bit of spices. You can count all the spices. It's not like, you have so much of spices, you roast it, you powder it. All the ingredients are added as a whole. The secret is any dish you cook in a low flame for a long time, the dish is going to taste good. Okay, not in a hurry burry. So you ensure that the flame is less, and you cook for a long time, and try to understand the function of the ingredients what you add. If you're adding onions to it, you should know why you're adding onions. Onions is always the foundation for the dish. To what level you're sauteing it, and you're adding peppercorns. There should be flavor of peppercorns in the dish. So when you have that understanding, you have the desired dish in your hand. That kind of a connect you should have with all the dishes what you're preparing. Then all the dishes will be your signature dish.
Good afternoon, sir. I am Pradulya from grade 7. So, what is the worst dish you have ever cooked?
When I was in 8th grade, you guys are 8th grade, I tried making Mysore pak. You know how do they make Mysore pak in a kadai? Yeah, you should have a kadai and you should have a ladle to keep on stirring it. The worst thing is we couldn't remove the ladle and the kadai. It got stuck together. We tried hard and ultimately we have to, dump it in the garbage. That's the worst thing. That was 8th grade. I do not know what cooking is all about and things like that. But today, I'm confident of making a nice, good Mysore pak, for 20-30 people, which melts in your mouth. And it's like not all the times all the dishes will pat you on your back and say, Sabash, you have done a wonderful work. Many a times it will deceive you. Dishes will deceive you. And once I was there in Chennai, working in a hotel, Ambassador Pallava. We are making sambar, dal. The dal is for 1,500 people, so it's prepared in a very big handi. And the chef called me and he asked me to taste it for salt, and I checked for salt and there's no salt. So he asked me to add salt. So what I'm supposed to do is I should bring the salt in a bowl, take some salt from the bowl and add it to the dal. I was a student learning, right? So what I did was I tried adding salt like this to my hand, and the entire content of the salt went to the dal, and that was a massacre to the dish, and I got blastings. And we tried all different methods to reduce the salt. People suggested to add water, you add sugar, you add potatoes. And somebody gave us genius idea of adding, dipping in a newspaper to the dish so that the carbon in the newspaper will pull out all the salt. Nothing works out. No, and we have to, sometimes, we have to dump it. And I took all the scoldings and they made me to peel 250 kilos of onions, okay, till night 1 o'clock. Job is quite tough. And today you have a secret. And when salt goes more in a particular dish, maybe you can experiment it at your home tonight for dinner. Okay, check for salt. If it's perfect, add little more salt, make it salty. Okay, then take a small bowl and take a little bit of jaggery. You know what is jaggery? Good. Okay, jaggery, powdered jaggery. Add lemon juice to it. Mix it well. Alright, he's also observing. Maybe he'll try it today. Okay, and drop it in your dish which is more salty. If you add, say for example, you're making a dal of half kilo or 250 grams of dal, and if you add some 2 tablespoons of jaggery and 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, mix it together and add it in your dal, you may have to add extra salt to it because it will completely, it won't remove the salt, it will completely erase the scent of saltiness in it. That is one secret. Many hotels are doing it. Lemon juice and jaggery. Yes.
Hi sir, I'm Nitila from grade 5, and what's your most favorite dish to cook and why?
Favorite dish to cook? The chicken stew which I was telling you, and most recently biryani. See, the thing is, when you cook a certain dish, and if your family members, your brother, sister, relative, when they consume and they say when the dish is good, what happens is you get good confidence, okay, and the appreciation or the good words makes you to get more such kind of words. So you keep repeating the same dish again and again, okay, and If you ask me, it is you are the best judge for your dish. Right? Say if I'm preparing a dish and giving it to you, many don't have a choice because I'm a guest here. You will taste and say the dish is good. Even if it is okay also, you will say it is good. Okay, and but you are the best judge for your dish. So biryani, you can say, very bland, subtle biryani, which is liked by family members.
Hello, sir. My name is Johita. I am from 5th grade, Cambridge. So, sir, what's the first dish that you cooked which was perfect, sir?
First dish which I cooked which was perfect. Once I made a halwa using corn flour.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
that's quite easy to prepare. Okay, so what you have to do is you have to take a vessel, make a sugar syrup, add water, make a sugar syrup, or you take little bit of corn flour, dilute in water and add. So corn flour added to a boiled water will thicken. Okay, then you add some oil and halwa. Making halwa is quite easy. Anybody can make an halwa. So that's the first time I did, and I'm basically from Ooty. So in the temperature, what happens is when you pour it on a plate, it is perfectly set, and you can slice it. Okay, for an amateur chef like me those days, and that was really perfect. You know, see, that's the reason many people like these desserts and baked products. Okay, because while preparing, it is of different texture, and after you finish it, after you remove from the oven, it is of different texture. So whether I don't know whether really everybody liked it, but then I got a lot of appreciation from everybody saying that it is good, because sweet is always sweet, right? Okay, so that's the perfect dish what I prepared first.
Hi sir, my name is Pranav. I'm from grade 6. What role does food processing play in nutrient retention, and how can consumers get more information about processed foods?
Processed foods in retention of nutrients. See, we teach more on the preparation of foods, the taste part, the culinary, the presentation, the garnish, such kind of things. But today, if you see, there are many hotels, which they go for this processed foods. The thing is, you have the same consistent quality and the quantity. Okay, say for one piece of tomato weighs 20 grams. In a processed food, all the pieces of tomatoes will weigh 20 grams. Okay, and the processing is a technology which will try to, retain the nutrients in it. Okay, and say around 20 to 30%, maybe in the coming years, in another 1 or 2 decades, more revolution is going to happen in this industry. More revolutions. And today, in fact, this week we have a demonstration on molecular gastronomy. Molecular gastronomy is, all guys have heard a word called as caviar. Caviar is the egg of a fish, a sturgeon fish is caviar, the most expensive dish in the world. One portion they serve only 2 tablespoons, which is 30 grams per portion. So here in molecular gastronomy, using calcium chloride, sodium acetate and all, what we do is it is edible, okay, to certain quantity. We make artificial caviar with orange juice caviar, kiwi juice caviar, and mojito. You would have heard of mojito, a drink, right? So basically for making mojito, they'll use aerated drink, Sprite and mint and lemon, all these things. You drink it, right? So what we do here is molecular gastronomy, we make into spheres. Instead of serving in the glass, we serve it in a spoon. So once you put it in your mouth, it will burst inside your mouth. Okay, so we call it as spherification. So the liquid is served in solid form, the solids are served in liquid form. Whereas Italy, in the place of sambar, we serve sambar foam. It's like a shaving foam. Once you consume with Italy, you have all the flavors of sambar in it. It might sound new to you, but it is a very old concept, and today many hotels are bringing in these things. Okay, like we were selling, the processed food also will take in to the industry in the near future, and more revolution is going to come. Today you drop in at a kiosk, you drop in a coin, you get a Pepsi or a Coke, correct? And tomorrow you drop in a coin, you will get a burger. You can customize your burger. And they call it as 3D food printing. The machine will print the food for you. the bun, the lettuce, the meat, and the vegetables, again the bun. So when you hold it, the firmness, the texture, everything is same. But remember, you have not used a authentic bun there. The machine which is spilling that the paste has all the essential ingredients. Okay, such kind of revolution is going to happen in the future. Not very late.
Good afternoon, sir. My name is Kashvi. I'm from 5th grade, sir. So, what do you prefer instead of an oil, sir?
Instead of an
Instead of oil, sir.
oil. In the sense, what you can use for cooking instead of oil.
Yes, sir.
Oil is bad.
Sir, some kind of oil or
The refined or the sunflower oil, what we get, sunflower oil is not bad. The refined oil, consuming in a large quantity over a period of time is bad. How many guys do not know Tamil here? All know Tamil? Everybody know Tamil? Little, okay. I am going to ask a question. What is the Tamil name for oil? Eಣ್ಣெய். Correct? Alright. So what does this eಣ್ಣெய் mean? Anyone know? Okay. What is the Tamil name for ghee? Nei. What is the Tamil name for sesame seeds? You sprinkle on top of burger, you can see the white seeds on top. Gingery seeds, எள்ளு. Okay, எள்ளு. Gingery seeds, no, you sprinkle on. From this எள்ளு is gingery seeds, okay. From this எள்ளு, you extract the nei, ghee. That எள்ளு nei is called as எண்ணெய். Okay, எண்ணெய் தானே தமிழ்ல oil. For oil you call it as எண்ணெய், right? So எண்ணெய் means which is extracted from gingery seeds. Only that is authentic, and that is the oldest form of oil which have been used in Tamil Nadu, in this part of the place, because that is grown in abundant. So if you are asking what oil to use for cooking, you can use sesame oil or எள்ளெண்ணெய். That's why in Tamil we call it as நல்லெண்ணெய். நல்லெண்ணெய் means what? Good oil. Alright. All other oils, you fix the name of the product from which you extract before it. If you are extracting from coconut, you call it as தேங்காய் எண்ணெய். If you are extracting from peanuts, you call it as கடலை எண்ணெய். All are recent introduction. Okay, so but today what we do is we do not use that sesame oil. You know, எண்ணெய், not many are using it. Maybe you drop a little on top of your dosa. And many are going for this organic oil. Okay, no such things, right? The oil which is extracted, except this refined oil which is produced mechanically, okay, in the machineries, the other oils are good. You can go for எள்ளெண்ணெய். Coconut oil is also good. Okay, and you can go butter. Ghee is also good. Right, if you see in Kolkata, West Bengal, they use oil from mustard because mustard is abundantly grown there. You see in Italy, olive oil they prefer because there are a lot of olive trees. Alright, even as a cooking medium to drizzle on top of the salads, everywhere they use olive oil. So one takeaway is எண்ணெய் plus nei. Alright? Yeah.
So good afternoon, sir. My name is Pranaya from grade 6. Sir, some people crave for food at certain times, but they don't like it at another time. Why?
We were all Homo sapiens, correct? We were all Homo sapiens. So once, that is before the invention of cooking and all these things, what would have we done in the forest? We were also like animals, correct? No dress to wear, and our competitor is the lion and tiger and things like that. And if you find a deer, first you go and kill it and you eat it, or else the lion will come and eat. You know, this is how it is. Before cooking, we used to eat all the raw meat and raw vegetables. So whenever you see a tree filled with ripe fruits, there is a tree, the apple tree. All the apples are very ripe and juicy. What does Homo sapiens? What I'm talking about, thousands of years ago, not thousands, millions of years ago. What the Homo sapien does is, they go and try to consume as much food as possible, because if you leave anything on the tree, what will happen? The next animal, the monkeys or something, will come and consume. Okay, this was happening for more than 10,000 years. This habit of consuming as much of ripe fruits. All right, so that has become a part of the DNA. In your DNA, that has become a part of a DNA. And now there is, I've read an article which talks about a syndrome called as gorge syndrome. You look at all the sweets and you gorge it. Gorge syndrome, which is there in human. That is the reason that many humans are have an affinity towards sweet. Whenever you see sweet, no, almost 95% of the human population, when you look at the sweet, you have a palate for it. You want to taste it. Something hits your brain. The reason is the DNA. Right? Probably, it should be something like that. Maybe I'll check why during a specific time. Some hormone changes, mood swings.
So, what's your opinion about no boil, no oil cooking, and why do you think so?
Good, but then not all the time. No boil, no oil. You have a restaurant which is fully dedicated to all the dishes where there is no oil and no boil. Everything is served raw, but not, see, food is, why do you eat food? Food is eaten, they say, food is eaten for the body, okay, mind. And in India, we also say food is eaten for the body, mind, and the soul. Okay, and again, you cannot abstain yourself from oil all the time. A little bit of oil is also essential, because that will help to retain the moisture in the dishes.
What are the basic cooking skills I should learn?
Basic cooking skills. First and foremost thing is ensure that we are using fresh ingredients. Okay. If the ingredients is spoiled, what we do? You have a tomato. Okay, one side of the tomato is spoiled. Many people, they slice that part, put it in the dustbin. The remaining part, you use it. There is a small, there's a small cut in the apple. Only that part you cut it and you throw it. The remaining part we use it. Ensure that the ingredients are fresh. Second thing is wash all the ingredients before cooking. Wash your hands regularly, and ensure that your cutting board, knife is also completely washed before cutting. Say you're cutting paneer, then you're going for vegetables. In between you have to wash. Okay, and that you can start with that. You are in grade 3. You can start with that.
Sir, what is the hardest challenge you faced throughout your career?
See, it's like in my teaching profession, I used to identify few students. Okay, these 3 are really good in cooking, because during the practicals I see them, right? 3 in cooking, and those 3 are really good in communication, so they can go for front office in other departments. In hotel there are various departments. So what I do is I give special training for them. I'll call them in the evening and I'll train them, and I teach them extra recipes, all these things. This I've been doing it. But ultimately, if you see, they will end up in some other department. Whereas the students of front office, they will go and work in the kitchen. There was one fellow who was not even confident in cooking, but then ultimately ended up, he came for training then, ultimately ended up being a chef. He's a chef in Switzerland. He used to cook for all celebrities who go for India. He used to share the photos with Amitabh Bachchan and Aishwarya Rai. To go and visit his restaurant, he used to share the photos. But then in the 3 years, if you ask me, I have to hold his hand and teach him how to cut the onions and tomatoes. He's a fellow from Punjab. Okay, now he's settled there. Kunal, his name is. He's settled there. So the challenge is, many times, I failed to correctly identify, okay, this fellow will excel in cooking.
Sir, why did you decide to become a chef?
When I was in 11th grade, my friend wants to study hotel management and become a chef. Okay, and looking at him, one more friend also said, no, I also want to become a chef. Then I don't know what, chef and all the star hotels and things like that. And we were there in Ooty, and basically from Ooty, we were there in Ooty. I saw a person wearing a white chef coat, that long chef cap, coming and looking at all the people eating there. I thought, why can't I? Then I thought I'll join this hotel management. I'll become a manager. Okay, management, you study management, you become a manager. And later I joined hotel management. Only then I came to know, once you finish hotel management, you cannot become a manager. You have to go to the hotel and you have to start from the scratch. You have to wash the vessel, you have to peel the onions, and you have to clean the guest room. All the hotel, whichever department is there, from the scratch you have to do. So it is because of my friend, okay, who inspired me, and that gave me the interest to take this career.
So different foods taste different when if a person cooks the same food and another person cooks the same food at the same instructions, but it's different taste.
Okay, so what she's asking is, the recipe is same, all right? We call it as a standard recipe. The recipe, everything is same. If I prepare it, the taste is different, and if somebody prepares this, the taste is different. Why there is a different? No? So everything is same. The amount of ingredients, everything is same. But we should see whether say for example, first you are eating oil, how long the oil is eaten, right? Whether the oil is eaten till the smoke comes out. And when you are adding these mustard seeds, and I'm adding onions, I'm making it brown, you are making it transparent. That makes a small difference, right? And then first I add turmeric powder, you add chili powder. Okay, that also makes difference. Then ultimately I add salt using my fingers, you add salt using a spoon. That makes difference. And you think about your mom when you're cooking, and I'm thinking, oh my, I'm late for job. I have to finish this and get rid of this dish. Okay, what carry in your mind? That is also important. Okay, if a guest is there and you look at him and you say, oh my God, time is 2 o'clock, my job is over, this fellow is coming for lunch now, how long he's going to sit? Okay, filthy fellow, and you keep on shouting at him, and you have all the hatred and disgust in him, and you keep cooking it, you're literally putting it all the hatred towards the dish. And that's going to be horrible. And he's going to give a negative comment on the dish. As simple as that. So that's what people say, you have to put a little bit of love also while cooking. Okay, that is what the mindset you're carrying while cooking is more important. It will be the same. See, in hotels, we have something called a standard recipe. So everything is measured and it's written. And the instructions are clearly spelled out. You take this pan. Which pan? There's a picture of the pan stuck. So you look at the picture, the same pan. Use oil. Which oil? The brand name of the oil is there. Use 1 teaspoon of mustard. What mustard? The brand name of mustard is there. Everything is spelled out. Okay. And after the dish is prepared, there is a picture of the dish. So you compare the picture with the dish, with the garnish, everything. This is happening in many chains of hotels to give the same taste of food here in Coimbatore and there in Kashmir. So the same Taj hotels, you go to here in Coimbatore, you go to Kashmir, you order for a specific dish. Both the hotels, they give the same thing, that is there. 100%, if you want to check the 100% accuracy, you should be a connoisseur in food. Okay, but that's not that possible, but then you have the similarity.
Sir, I have one more question. Why is street foods are tasting better than restaurant foods?
Street foods are tasting better than restaurant foods. Have a lot of restaurant food which tastes better, but then you see what is served in the street food. Okay, see, our taste buds likes a lot of sweet, sugar, oil, okay, and a mixture of sweet and spicy. That your taste buds prefers that. In street foods they're doing it. In many of the street foods they add this Ajinomoto. Ajinomoto is there, monosodium glutamate, I told, which is bad to the health. That gives a different umami taste. Umami is a taste where you have the sweet, the spiciness all mixed together. So once your taste bud takes it, it's like it wants to eat more and more. But then it's not good. They used oil again and again. And here in street foods, they use soy sauce, which is very salty. A lot of soy sauce they use. even for local gravies and all. And probably that's the reason. So thank you for this opportunity. When I was called there, I thought, okay, it's going to be a kind of a classroom setup, and students, I'm going to tell about what course you're going to study in the future. But then it's quite interesting to see, kids of various grades coming and asking questions related to culinary and food. And I heard that in Anand you have a culinary club. Correct? Culinary club, and you're doing a lot of activities, and it's really interesting and inspiring to see people, taking up this club in this that early grade. And thanks for the opportunity. I enjoyed conversing with you. Anytime in the future, if you have any queries, let me know, and I'll always happy to connect. Thank you.